Good evening and good Erev Shabbos, everybody. Uh, it is 1 week before Rosh Hashanah. Rosh Hashanah is going to be a week from tomorrow night. And of course, it's on all of our minds. So I'm going to ask you, what are you feeling? Are you feeling excited? Are you feeling nervous? Are you feeling happy? Are you concerned? And the answer probably is a little bit of all of that, because Rosh Hashanah, the first of the Aseret Yemei Tshuva, is a time in which we anticipate with great excitement that which we hope will be the beginning of a successful and happy and prosperous and fulfilling year. At the same time, it is the Yom Adin, it's a day of judgment, and so therefore we feel, hopefully, a fair degree of worry, not necessarily fear, but worry and concern. There is a halacha which is found in the Torah Chaim Simin Tav Kuf Pei Aleph, and recorded in the Shulchan Aruch as well, that in preparation for Rosh Hashanah we should bathe, shower, take haircuts, groom ourselves as if we would before any other Shabbos Yom Tov. Now, this may not sound particularly surprising to us because we are generally accustomed to doing so, but the Torah feels the need to sort of go out of the typical style by which he records the halachos and tells us the source for this idea. Why is it that we prepare ourselves in such a way, that we focus on the way that we look as we go into the Yom Adin? He says this minhag, this tradition, is based on a medrash. The medrash tells us that there's something very unique about the way Klal Yisrael prepares for our day of judgment. He says that the minhago shalom, the general custom in the world, is that adam sheyesh lo din, that if a person is on trial for his life, if a person is very concerned about and worried about what the outcome of that din will be, so this will reflect itself in the way that he dresses for his day in court. He's going to be lovesh shchorim. He's probably going to wear clothing which sort of reflect the very solemn and serious nature of the day. He's not necessarily going to go ahead and groom himself to get a haircut, to shave and shower and cut his nails. Why? Lefisha ena yodeya ich yetzedino. Because the person has no idea what's going to be. He realized that there is so much that lies in the balance. He doesn't know what his odds are of being successful. He's afraid and he's worried. Aval Yisrael enon kain. However, that is not true when it comes to the Jewish people, Klal Yisrael. Lovshim levanim. What do? We wear white clothing. Umisatfim levanim. We wrap ourselves in white. Then we shave and we shower and we cut our nails. Va'ochlin v'shosin usmeichin b'Rosh Hashanah. We eat, we drink, we are happy on Rosh Hashanah. Why? Lefi sheyodin shehakadosh baruch hu yasa lehem nes. Because Klal Yisrael knows with certainty, with conviction, that there's going to be a miracle, and we will emerge victorious. Now, this is very strange, because it would seem as if this confidence that we have, as described over here by the Medrash, and essentially sort of repackaged in the form of a halacha, that this seems to be overconfidence. After all, we go into the Yom Adin, we don't know. Mi yichya, mi amos. Mi bekitzo, mi lo bekitzo. After all, don't we say, Rosh Hashanah yikasevun? So what's going on over here? What does it mean? Lefisha yodin shakadosh baruch hu yasa lehem nes. Why are we so confident? So the Saba Mikel explains that the Medrash over here is teaching that the tzivur, the community, the congregation as a whole, is in fact confident. We can be completely confident that is at tzibur. So then HaKadosh Baruch Hu Yaseh Lanu Nes. As individuals, there are no guarantees. As individuals, we have no idea what the outcome of our Yom Hadin will be. However, when we come together as a tzibur, as a community, so there was a certain confidence, and this is not a misplaced confidence, it's not overconfidence. There's a confidence that we have going in, that we know that we are certain that we will be successful. We read this coming week the beginning of the parasha, Aten nitzavim hayom kulchem. We take comfort, I once heard Rav Shechter say, in the kulchem. Why is it that Aten nitzavim hayom? Why is it that we are standing? And we always read this parasha immediately before Rosh Hashanah. We are nitzavim on the Yom Adin. Why is it that we are here again? Because kulchem, because we are here as a tzibur, we are here as a community. And it is for this reason that Reb Yisrael Salanter explained that the best way that a person, that an individual, can prepare himself for the Yom Adin is to become an individual who is, as described by Rabbi Yisrael, Misha Harabim Tzrichim Lo, to be the type of individual who is needed by the tzibur, to be an individual who is considered to be an asset to the tzibur, to be the type of individual who the tzibur, the community says, we need him. We can't do what we need to do without her. This individual is indispensable. If we want to be able to sort of attach ourselves to, as the title of tonight's drasha implies, to sort of benefit as an individual from the herd immunity, if you will, of the tzibur, so we need to be a type of individual, shaharabim tzrichim, the type of person that the rabbim need me. That's what I need to try to be. The Gemara in Rosh Hashanah Daf Yud Ches teaches that on Rosh Hashanah, kol bo'ei holam uvin lifanav kivnei maron, that all of the people of the world, every single human being passes lifanav, before him, before HaKadosh Baruch Hu, kivnei maron. The Gemara has different interpretations as to what that means, but in all of the metaphors that the Gemara uses to explain this, there's one basic idea, and that is that we are all passing before judgment as one single individual. Kivnei Baron, according to one interpretation of the Gemara, is the way a shepherd counts his sheep. They all pass before a very, very narrow opening, which only allows for one sheep to pass through at a time. And this is the way we pass before HaKadosh Baruch Hu on the Yom Adin. There is no way that we can go ahead and just sort of get lost in the crowd. But then the Gemara continues, Amar Rabbi Chanan Rabbi Yochanan, v'kula niskarin b'skira achas, that while it is true that on a certain level the Yom Adin is a day of judgment for each and every individual, it is also true simultaneously and somewhat paradoxically, v'kulan niskarin b'skira achas. When it comes to Klal Yisrael, HaKadosh Baruch Hu does sort of consider the totality of the Jewish people. So while it is true that I have to be held accountable as an individual, as a tzibur, as a Tur says, quoting from the Medrash, Yodin, we know, Shakadosh Baruch Hu Yasa Lehem Neis, Klal Yisrael knows that there will be sort of this miracle, if you will. So in order to ensure our own personal success on the Yom Adin, what is the best strategy that we can use? What is the best way that we can prepare? By attaching oneself to the community, by contributing to the community. Just as it is in politics, we're familiar with the coattails effect, whereby a lesser-known candidate will ride the crest of others' success. Similarly, as a community is granted success and pardon for the forthcoming year, as we know, so we have to become the types of individuals who be the type of person shaharabim tzrichim lo. Beginning on Rosh Hashanah through the Aseret Simei Tshuva, every time we recite the Amidah, in the beginning there are several insertions that we recite again and again. One of them is Achreinu L'chaim. We ask HaKadosh Baruch Hu to remember us for life. Melech Chafetz B'chaim, the king who desires life. V'chasveinu B'sefer HaChaim, we ask HaKadosh Baruch Hu to inscribe us in the book of life, and then we say L'mancha Elokim Chaim, and do it for you. That's a very strange expression. What does it mean, lemancha? We should say, lemani, do it for me. For you, for HaKadosh Baruch Hu, melech machayim lachem, you don't need me. So perhaps, rather than look at this like somewhat of an absurd and even a little bit of a chutzpah thing to say, the Rabbanu Shalom, lemancha, don't do it for me, do it for you. So what we are saying to the Rabbanu Shalom on the Yom Adin is that you should see me as the type of individual who will be an asset to you. You should see me as the type of an individual who will be an ambassador to you. I am going to be the individual who harabim tzrichim lo, the type of person that the community needs. And so therefore, yes, to a certain extent, I sort of become indispensable to the cause of HaKadosh Baruch Hu. HaKadosh Baruch Hu's desire that his people should be maber kvod shemayim in this world. So I am going to be the type of individual, hopefully, who will attach myself to the tzibur. Atem nitzavim hayom kolchem. This Shabbos, the Shabbos preceding the Yom Adin, the Aseret Simei Tshuva, Rosh Hashanah, is a day in which we remember the power of Kulchem, the power of all of us together. And the Torah tells us that we prepare for Rosh Hashanah with an excitement, an anticipation, and a confidence. Why? Because we know because we know that there will be a miracle for the tzibur. As individuals, we will make every effort. We should make every effort. We should strive with all of our efforts to be the type of individuals sheharabim tzrichim lo. I should try to be the type of individual who, not only for my own personal interest in life, and not only for the people around me, not only my friends and my family, but the entire tzibur should see me as being an asset. I should contribute. I should commit myself to the tzibur in a way that I can hopefully also be zocher to the special, as it were, immunity, being part of the tzibur. May it be His will, be'ezras Hashem, that HaKadosh Baruch Hu should bless not just the Jewish people and not just the entire world, but each and every one of us. Each and every one of us. Kol boy olam, who ovin lefanav kivnei maran, with the ksiva chasima tova, a good year, a happy year, a healthy year, a prosperous year, a fulfilling year, a year of physical health and spiritual health. And be'ezras Hashem, we should all be zocha to be part of the kolchem. We should be zocha to be part of the rabbim, so we know not only as a tzibur, but as individuals as well, with confidence. Shakadosh Baruch Hu Yaseh Lanu Nes. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful Shabbos.